Good morning, 11 a.m. on October 15th, 2022. Good morning, 11 a.m. on October. There's my audio confirmation. So on a Saturday. I got it running in another room out in the kitchen. So rather than getting up to go over there, how about I just connect remotely to that computer and mute it? Which one is it? Zeno. There it is. Oh, that's why, because it is, it takes my Microsoft password. I'm going to get up and go do that. Hang tight, everybody. There we go. I stopped opening that computer up to the show before showtime for exactly that reason, but I opened it up today. All right. Today's title, multiple topics, see description, live stream, Saturday, October 15th, and here are the topics. The Zoom session is open, and I'm gonna welcome a first appearance. Come bring him up on screen here. First appearance for Wintermute on my Zoom session. Hello. Yes, we hear you. How are you today, Wintermute?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Thank you. Did you have anything to start us off with, or just here to hang out?
Just here to hang out, I think.
All right. And hello, Jeff.
Oh, just hanging out too.
All right. I'll come back and read off the list of topics that I have available for today. Any support requests or subjects from the audience with remote connection or without remote connection. Demonstration of spinning drive responding faster than NVMe on the Big Beast build. Why is that happening? And I'll show you what I mean by that if that's something you want to go look at. I'm interested in ordering some work from Fiverr. Again, I have done that in the past, so I thought I could take you through that process and see what that's like. Follow-up questions from any Windows Daily episodes. Review of Macrium Reflect full differential incremental backup files after they've been running for weeks, because last time we looked at that, they didn't have any history of running to be showing the different way that differential, incremental, and full backups appear. We saw a little bit, but not very much history. My experience with purchasing a video editing template for Adobe Premiere. Stream Deck update. Good news, bad news for my version of OBS. And then custom URL for YouTube channel. In that case, what I'd be doing there is doing some manipulations to get a specific custom URL for my Fortnite channel to show you how that is done. So interested to see if anybody has requests for what direction to go. I do not have a preconceived plan of which of those to take. Now I'm going to come up here in chat and see, here's my last interaction with the chat room before the show started. Tony Wallow says, normal on everything. Now I have the watch on and I felt it vibrate that time, Tony. So I'm going to try it with the watch on today. It's not a very strong vibration. So if I don't catch you the first time, just hit me up again right away. If you don't see me check the watch, maybe that's a way to deal with it. I was telling Wintermute before starting the show that when I take the watch off, the cell phone is supposed to give me a specialized ring when a text comes in from Tony, but it's just not loud enough to get my attention with everything turned up to full volume. So after my last hello to people, what else do we have? People giving weather reports, chit chat, and weather, and trying to pay attention to new names. I ran Israel. I don't remember if I said hello to you yet in chat. So hello. Tony says AVDVR and watch good. Well, Okay, well, I'm keeping watch on, but I have handled the watch the way I've decided to do it for today. Put it that way. Somebody, Lawn Dog, multitasking. Hello, Lawn Dog. Rand Israel said he was number 2. Let's go up and see. I'm not seeing before the show began on this screen. If I go back over here to the live stream window, I can see who showed up first. And it was Matthew Barnes. Yes, I remember that. 3 hours before showtime. And Dennis did a tweet pointing to the stream today. Thank you for that, Dennis. Where am I at here? Iowa Hank. Hellos. I feel like I already, yeah, I did. The chat jumped back on me again. Here was where I left off. Lawn Dog. That's going to be interesting. Hard drive responding faster than solid state drive. I got to see this and what it is causing. So I'm going to say that's the first vote for that topic. And Lawn Dog says number 2. Is that what number 2 was? Is that the? Yes, it is. So there's the second vote for number 2. There's a subject one day we may take up about accessing a spinning hard drive and how long it takes to spit out the files in that folder. That might be closely related to what my demonstration is. Oh, Catherine Anna Hauserman, hello to you. When I start reading text messages, I tend to stop reading the names. Oh, it jumped on me. Where did it jump to? There. Oh, that timer, I set a 5-minute timer to remind me to relax my shoulders. My shoulders have been tense all morning. So that might keep ringing for a while until I remember to relax. Jonathan, number 2. There's a subject one day. I've already read that. Catherine. Tony, Ola, MSH. Oh, Ms. Hauserman. My guess is that the speed is a result of in-memory caching. That's entirely possible. I could really use some input about that subject, I think, if that is what this is. Catherine asking everybody to like the video. Let's see how the response was for that. If I come over here to, whoops, that's not where I want to go to. I want to go to here, showing 10 likes on that screen, and on this screen showing there, 10 likes and 18 views, 17 concurrent viewers. I think that implies we lost somebody. Maybe we lost my kitchen laptop. I don't know. Hellos back and forth. Yeah, and welcome back, Catherine. She was away on a trip for quite a while, it seems like. Rick Lakes is liking 6, 7, and 8. So I'll go see what those are. 6, 7, 8. My experience with purchasing a video editing template, Stream Deck update, and custom URL. There we go. Hellos between people. Hellos between people. Hellos, Catherine to me. Speedy C to me. And there it goes, a jump. My YouTube has been changed using my handle. Oh, so Dennis changed to a, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that, but that is Dennis's channel. He got a custom URL that uses the @ symbol at the beginning. Interesting. William Dawson, hello to you. Hellos back and forth. People. Ran votes for topic 2. Well, looks like we're going to go right into that one. Just made it in time to the same bat channel, the same bat time. Jim says he'll be here in a few minutes. He's catching up. I guess that means going high speed in the DVR mode. Please review Macrium backups again, number 5 from Jeff. Lawn Dog. I have a lot of video files that I've organized, put them into folders, and when the folder gets a lot of files, the bar at the top of the screen, I think it's the URL area window starts showing a bar going across as it goes through the files. And sometimes it takes quite a bit of time, like the files aren't indexed or something. I've seen it for years. I'm just getting curious. I think, Londog, you're on the exact same page with me. Exact same page with me.
I'm on a slightly different page there.
All right.
It's Windows rebuilding the. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute.
Okay.
Wintermute. I'm getting curious as to what might be causing it, and possibly Wintermute might have something for us on that. We'll see. I do have indexing on. Happy weekend to you all. And then here's where I'm leaving off with Jonathan. So let me come back to Zoom. Go ahead with your comment, Wintermute.
I think it's Windows rebuilding the thumbnails for the videos because that thumbnail cache got cleared. It's this indexing you're talking about is search indexing. I don't think it's related to that, but
all right.
I could be wrong.
All right. Well, let me go demonstrate. Let's see. Let's come over to this window. I think I'm going to have to perhaps do this a couple times around. This video files folder is where I see it most commonly. But when I click to open this, I think it's going to open on monitor 2. I'm going to drag it over to monitor 3. Okay, now watch this. I had an hourglass for a while, and then it pops up all of these folders and the videos. Now I'm going to close this and try opening it again. I think this happens every time I open it. So you're going to see an hourglass if we see it the right way. Yeah, the hourglass, hourglass, hourglass. No folders at the top.
So you're not showing thumbnails either.
Oh, okay, right. I'm not showing thumbnails. Now, this F drive is on my NVMe drive. So I'm going to bring up disk management to show that. So here's my F drive. It's on my disk 1. And this is the NVMe drive, which is where my C drive and my M drive and my F drive are. And this disk 0 is my spinning drive. And on that drive, I have, let's see, exploit storage. Which way is the best way for me to bring that up? Let's get here to the L drive. I'll right click and do, oh, there's no choice. I thought the choice there for open a new folder was there. Let's go this way. Here, open a new window, not new folder. And then where do I have exploit storage? So here, boom, you see those folders come up instantly? This L drive has around the same number of folders. I was going to say it was more. 130 down the bottom left corner items in this folder, but 58 items selected right now. If I come back to, let's get back to, I'll go to the video files folder this way. We see the hourglass for a while. And how many folders do I have here? I have 52 folders. So clearly I have more folders on the NVMe drive than I have on the spinning drive. And the reason why I'm kind of focusing on folders is because I have found in the past that if I move most of these folders, or all of them, to the spinning drive. Okay, Chris, I've muted you. If I move them to the spinning drive, then I no longer have this symptom on the NVMe drive. Okay, have I demonstrated the symptom to the point that you understand it? Let's go welcome whoever's came in on Zoom. Let's see, it looks like Ken Stout and Chris. Hello to you too. You can unmute yourself to say hello, please. Or not. Awkward pause. Oh, Jim also. Hi, Jim.
I do.
Ken's unmuted. Is he actually going to say something? Is he going to turn the computer on? Just the suspense is killing me. He muted himself again. I ain't talking to you, Doug.
I changed my settings around. I don't have the headphones on. So I gotta go figure out what works. So
all
it's
right.
just
So what?
I said, is this working? And I'm guessing it is. Hey, nice
Yeah.
cup. Where's that from? I like
You
to
like
order.
that? You
Yeah,
want
I
me
like-
to send? I could send you one.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm here. I got issues.
Hello, Chris. I suspect we all have issues, but
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to know what your issue is.
Sounds
today.
like a personal problem. See the chatter.
TMI.
Well, the good news is I'm here. The bad news is Mom doesn't feel well enough to go run around. So that's kind of good news because I was out running around all morning. So you're stuck with me. Sorry.
Now, when you say mom, you're referring to your mom or Lorna?
No, my mom. My mom wanted
right.
to go Walmart, Kroger, and the dollar store today. And I said, sure, I'll take you. And as we were headed down the road to drop off Lorna, she called and she said she wasn't feeling very well and wanted to let me know not to stop by. And I said, okay, that's fine. I said, Doug will be happy.
All right. Very good.
You actually mean the $5 store, because there's no dollar stores anymore.
That's true. That's
It's a fictitious, isn't it called a fictitious business name? For a reason? I get
We got a $1.25 store. They went up.
All right. Got some responses in chat here, I think. Dennis says, yeah, YouTube sent a couple emails talking about YouTube handles. Yes, I saw those also, and that's kind of what drew my attention to this. Although I have done custom URLs before. I have a custom URL for this channel. It's, if you put in www.youtube.com/LWTDB, which is an acronym for Live Windows Training DougBetts, that'll get you straight to my channel. And then if you add a /live onto the end of that, that'll take you straight to my next scheduled live event. There, relax shoulders. All right, moving on. Yeah, all the best. Let's see. That was Lawn Dog. Yes, I thought of that. It would normally pertain to thumbnails because there's little teeny pictures, but that's not it. I use the text display like Doug is showing. I think I use details, so it's all text. Right. Just saying hello. Thumbnails do take more time, and it's kind of fun to watch as a mechanical hard drive goes out and gets them. You can almost watch it happen like in the old days with floppy drives. I think Jeff is in the background, and he may be talking about personal stuff.
No.
All right. I don't know what that is. I hear something on YouTube. Oh, do we have an appearance from Catherine? Welcome back, Catherine. How was your trip?
It was stressful. Thank you very much.
It's kind of a running joke in my family that I don't travel. I don't want to travel. And when there's one of my brothers travels, and they come back and saying it was stressful or tell about hard times, I say, okay, another point in favor of me not traveling. Well,
Yeah,
I'm sorry you had a stressful time, Catherine.
No, it's the stress is I have to do a lot of things. That's first. Certain things I can only do in Switzerland, so I have to get them organized and fast. Then it's like more work than anything else. It's not holiday. And a lot of people that live abroad, like expat people, they experience this when they go home to their native country. They're not actually on holiday. It's like more work. Because I had to get new glasses, I had to get my wheelchair maintained. I saw one of my friends. I saw my aunt. I saw my sister, of course. I went to Reha Care in Düsseldorf, so I had to organize this as well. I had to get an EEG for getting my prescription medication because otherwise I would not get them. Yeah, loads of fun stuff, if you know what I mean. It's not like actually going on holiday and then you're just like relaxing and doing stuff. No.
Yeah, I totally feel the pain of that.
And then I returned back to Colombia. The first one I saw is a T-shirt between the door and the floor. So I opened the door and I knew it would be chaos. Yes. So after a 17-hour flight, I entered a 7-hour cleaning up spree. Yes. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, how long ago did you get back home then?
I came back home on the 30th of September.
Oh, 30th of September. Okay.
Yes.
So been home for a couple weeks.
I
And-
left on the 29th of August. So
Okay. Yeah, just a little over a month away.
yes, and then I realized that my kid Mia was had bitten her tail. So now I went to the veterinary with Mia to get her tail off, so she could not bite into it anymore.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. Yeah. So your cat stayed at home. I believe you have more than one cat, don't you?
Yes, I have 3 cats.
3 cats, and they stay at home. Somebody was coming to take care of them, I guess.
Yes, yes.
All right.
I deducted from his from the money he got. I deducted 50,000 pesos.
From the money he got. Oh, from the person who was taking care of your cats. You
Yep.
docked him for.
Yes, because if I return home and I have to start the 7-hour cleaning
Yeah.
session to just get to the point where I can actually say, okay, it's like clean again, you know, and we do not include unpacking in this. This is just cleaning.
All right.
Just-
Okay. I'm sorry. Were you done?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. And welcome. Hello to Gary. Gary there to say hello.
No, he doesn't say hello. I don't know. Maybe he's
Here he
angry
is.
with us.
Here he is.
Hello. Had
Hi.
to get my fingers to work
Oh, okay.
to unmute.
Welcome. All right. Did you have any comments to start with, or should I move on?
Nope, just move on. Have a good. We'll have a good day, hopefully.
Thank you. We'll go
Yep.
take a look at this link that Dennis put in, information on handles. So I'll just open that up, get a little. Oh, hi there. Your handle is reserved. Oh, this is about the YouTube handles. Your additional. Yeah, I don't want to do the @ symbol. I like the LWTDB. And what I'm going to do for my Fortnite channel is I'm going to try to get the handle of GG Doug in Fortnite or any online games, I suppose. Is GG stands for good game. So that GG Doug would be a lot better than Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite. It's just too long and I don't want to do an acronym for that. Let's see. Somebody's talking about invoices. I hope I got what I'm hearing correct. Invoices? I don't know what that was about. This is conversations between people. I'll skip over. I wonder if the hard drive from Big Beast is combo spinning drive with SSD buffer that hold most common use. No, this is a completely NVMe drive. It's just the M.2 NVMe drive, so it's not any kind of a combo. Okay, let me start looking at my own screens. I may have something running in the background. Oh, that was what he was talking about there with invoices. Referring to Dennis, poked into his channel and started running a video. Okay. Greg, I don't have any problems. That's when I said that most of us have issues. And hellos between people. Are both folder using same display template. Setting in customized tab. That's a worthy point to look at. Let's just stop right there and go look at that. So here, if I go up to the parent folder, right click on XSplit archive, and then go to customize. This is using general template. And then if I go back to the other, this one on the F drive, go to the parent folder, right click on video files folder, go to properties, go to customize. This is optimized for videos. So the one that's going slowly is optimized for videos. That seems backwards of what I would expected. If I come back here to this one and optimize it for videos, will I see the same symptom? Also apply this template to subfolders. I'll click that. Oh, that seemed pretty immediate. Now if I go into that folder, nope, it came up immediately. Let's go close that, and try reopening this XSplit archive storage on the L drive. Still comes up instantly. If I go back to this F drive window, close it, right click on my File Explorer in the taskbar and choose this video files folder, and there's the hourglass, waiting, and boom. Now when this gets fuller, even more folders in here, it takes longer. And I say that because when it gets slow enough that it's just driving me nuts, then I move folders to the L drive. All right, relax. I move things to the L drive and then it speeds up. And when I had this, I had the same symptom on my previous computer. Before I got Big Beast Build, I had what I refer to as the DSO computer, Digital Systems Online, which is a custom-built computer, a 2012 era computer. And it had the same symptom. Now, it was not an NVMe drive, though. It was an SSD. So the SSD was showing the same symptom that I'm having here on the NVMe drive. So, what's up? Let's see, looks like it's on topic though. Try going to File Explorer, View Options, Folder and Search, View tab, always show icons, not thumbnails. The folder still take a long time. Now that was Wintermute directing to Lawn Dog. I think I've already got that covered, don't I, Wintermute? Let's go to.
I don't think you solved his problem, but
you
you demonstrated it. But
yeah, but I think I already, let's see. Video,
already demonstrated a similar
File
problem.
Explorer, View tab, Options, Folder and Search Options. Did I go the wrong way? Let's see, view tab, all right. Always show icons, not thumbnails. Here, always show icons, never thumbnails. So this folder currently is not showing icons. No, let's always show icons, never thumbnails. That is what I would want. Because if it shows thumbnails, that would be a slower performance, but it's not configured to show thumbnails anyway. But changing that check mark, does that make a difference?
Still might be generating them in the background because the other views do show.
All right, let's go see. I'll close that and see if that made any difference at all. No difference. All right. But that was a worthy thing to try. I have seen other times when the directive or the fix is to change something that doesn't seem like it would fix what you're after. Could be even totally unrelated, but yet it does fix the symptom you're having. If so, not thumbnail related. If not, either it got cached or it was a thumbnail issue. So I think we're clear that this is not a thumbnail issue for me.
Agreed.
Go ahead.
I was just saying I agreed.
Oh, agreed. All right. Showing icons is more efficient. That's what I show for folders. Folders are not the issue. When I go inside a folder, it has a lot of files, like video files. Okay, well now that kind of touches on a point a little bit. Is that it's my belief that the issue is caused by the folders, not the files that are contained in the folders. So I'm thinking that it is, when I bring this display up, it is evaluating the content of these folders to some degree, in some way.
Could be. Just trying to get the size of them. Does it show?
Yeah. Now, there's no size. Well, there is a size column here, but sizes don't get displayed for folders.
Yeah.
But it seems that somehow it is evaluating the content of those folders. Now, what if I were to change to a different view that either does show more about the folders or shows less about the folders? Like if I go to extra large icons, what does that do? Close that. One of the things in troubleshooting is try to find something that makes a difference, whether it's an improvement or degraded. Try to find something that makes a difference. No folders, hourglass, then folders. That seemed pretty similar. Yeah, I did make that at the right place. Okay, if I go to list, does that make a difference? Folder up again, hourglass, then the folders. Now, note also that it's not just about the amount of time that hourglass is there, it's that the folders are not even visible at all until the hourglass finishes. So do that again. No folders visible. And then after the hourglass, the folders appear. It really seems apparent that it's got something to do with those folders, but spinning drive doesn't do that. So here's the files on the spinning drive. There are actually more folders here than there are on the NVMe drive. And if I close this and reopen it using the same technique of selecting it from my pinned folders on the Explorer context menu, boom, they're all there. No hourglass, just instantly there. This is my...
So you have indexing on?
I'll go look at that. Let's see, this is my item number 2, demonstration of spinning drive responding faster than NVMe. So indexing on. We come here to the L drive. I'll right click on the L drive, go to properties, and here's the check mark. Allow files on this drive to have contents indexed in addition to file properties. Now, it's always been my interpretation of this, and I have not gone to prove it. It's been my interpretation, if I remove this check mark, that the file properties will still be indexed. The only thing this check mark does is it's allowing the contents of the files to be indexed. And if you remove the check mark, the file properties are still indexed. Because what this check mark does, allow files on this drive to have contents indexed in addition to file properties. I've heard that stated differently from other articles and YouTubers who seem to think that this check mark completely stops indexing. I don't think it does. Now, if I remove this check mark, it takes a long time to implement the change because it goes and changes for everything in there. Now, if I go to one of these folders, go to Properties, the index option is not there. Archiving, encrypt files. So yeah, you don't do indexing specifically to a folder, it's to the drive. Now, if I go to Windows key, indexing, options, here we have 29,637 items index, indexing complete. And here, index these locations. So the start menu, the users folder are indexed. That does not indicate here the L drive, which is long-term storage, and even my, let's see, this video files folder. See, this is not a subfolder of users. So according to this index included locations, that video files folder is not even included. The C drive is, excuse me, the F drive showed as indexed, but this doesn't give that representation. Now in here, active media F drive is showing not indexed. Indexing of file contents for this drive has been disabled. Oh, so even though we saw that check mark, this would be at a higher level that indexing is disabled. So this check mark, where did that go? Oh, allow files. Wait a minute. Didn't we see a check mark on that a moment ago?
Yes, on the L, but this is the F.
Oh, that was on L? Oh,
Yes.
L has a check mark. Oh, okay. So
Yes.
that is the difference between them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's go see over here. F is, both of these are unselected.
Which one was the slow one? Sorry.
F.
The L.
F. Okay.
Yeah. This would seem to indicate to me that even though that check mark for allow file contents in addition to file properties was selected, it would be irrelevant because here they're both unselected, which this looks to me like it would be a higher level control. Indexing of file contents has been disabled. Now that's contents, not properties. To change the settings, select all. To change the settings, select allow files on this drive to add contents index in addition to file properties. So this is making it look like it's exactly the same setting, but that it's telling us here that both of these have file contents unselected, but that's not what we see here. This one shows it's F is unselected. L shows it is selected.
So what happens if you take this pick out of the L? I know
Remove the
it
check.
takes a long time.
Yeah, well, we can do that. We can do that. It takes a while, but we can talk about other things while it's running.
It can
So
run in the background while you talk about something else.
right. So here on the L drive, we'll remove this check mark and see if we can get the two locations to behave comparably. So what we're hoping here is that this is going to slow it down. All right.
Press
Apply.
apply.
Yeah, so we're going to apply. Well, I did it okay, I think, but it does the same thing. It's just going to close that window. You've chosen to make the following attribute changes, disable indexing. So you want to apply this change to L drive only, or do you want to apply to all subfolders and files? I would think all subfolders and files.
Redo that.
Say again?
Before you do that, could you go back to where you were selecting the drives? You didn't
Yeah.
open the tree on them, because even if the main top level isn't selected, some subfolders could be selected.
Okay,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
here I have, no, I don't know what you're saying, so try it again.
You went to indexing options.
Oh, well, I was at indexing options, but I was going to make the change actually at the drive, not in indexing
okay.
options. So here we could make that.
And then you click
See-
modify. So open those trees, like click the arrow,
Trees.
little.
Oh, all right. Well, I would think if there's anything sub-selected in here that we would get kind of a grayed out arrow, a check mark.
Well, mine
But I don't.
works differently.
Oh, okay. So
And,
here I've gone
for
all the
F.
way into
Okay.
the
For F. That's
videos
fine.
folder. That was for L, and then try that for F, and then go to the video file.
See, there is something there for F, wasn't it? Oh no.
No, there's nothing there selected. Neither of those are showing anything selected yet. Let's close that.
What about
indexing.
C?
Oh, all right. Let's go back into indexing options and look at the C drive. So we go to modify C drive. Oh, that's right. Well, users is selected, but the check mark does not appear here.
Yes,
Users.
That's what's kind of talking about.
Okay, bingo. You're right, because users is selected over here, along with 3 app datas. That's probably for different
Exclusions.
users.
Those are the
I think-
exclusions. It doesn't index.
It excludes. Okay, sure. So if we go to modify, go to C drive. So that's a noteworthy. That's a noteworthy point.
No difference here. But okay.
Yeah, but a check mark and a sub level does not get represented in any way at this level. That's worthy of noting. Thank you. Now that said, so the C drive not selected there. How about C drive properties here? Allow files on this drive to have contents indexed is not selected. Right? The F drive, that's not selected. The L drive,
No.
it is selected. Yeah, well, it was selected a moment ago.
Yes.
And we were going to unselect it.
Yes.
And I didn't give the final approval of doing that, did I?
You did it.
Yeah, I
You've done
did.
it when you modified the options to hit OK or something. I don't know.
I thought I canceled that because you were inquiring to go on and check the subfolders.
Maybe it's a small it's a small screen pop up and it runs in the background, so you cannot even see if it runs at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. Not seeing anything in the background. Bring up Task Manager, see if there's anything going on. I think we may have already waited long enough. 0 disk activity. Yeah, I thought if somebody wants to go back in DVR mode and look at that, did I actually okay that when I thought I was canceling out of that? Because right now they're all showing that checkbox unselected, both at this level and in the indexing options. So now we need to go see if there's any difference in performance. I'll close those. And I have them all closed now. Right click. This is the one that has been slow. That gives me the hourglass. So do we get an hourglass this time? Yes, got an hourglass. And there it is. And then if I go try the L drive, no hourglass. Just instantly appears. I'm kind of inclined to cycle through it since, and what I mean by cycling through it is apply the indexing, let it go through the full process for both of these folders, and see if it made any change whatsoever, since I'm really questioning whether it was valid the way we did that, because it didn't react the way I thought it would. I don't see anybody went back and checked, so let me catch up on chat. Ran, it takes longer loading video related metadata, but both of those folders have video related metadata. They are the same type of content. In fact, the long-term storage it came from the video files on the F drive.
But if you did an
moved over.
experiment, if you did an experiment where they were the exact same folders and files on both drives.
Sure. I was thinking about just doing a copy operation from the folder that's slow to the L drive and see how they perform comparing to each other. Is that what you're proposing? All right.
You don't have to do it now. But
Let's say, so I am skipping over comments that are not on topic, that are conversations between people. Kind of looks like Windows is going through each file one by one, indexing them, but this happens all the time. Maybe Doug will have a demonstration of something similar. Apply to subfolders as well. Yeah, when we go and actually apply the indexing or remove it, I do want to do subfolders as well. I'm not sure I can make any kind of recording of this action, but it's kind of bothersome because of the time it takes before I get control of the machine again. And it's an annoyance to me. It was more of an annoyance on my previous computer because it took longer than it takes on Big Beast build. Okay, if you show icons only, the files and folders will be icons, not thumbnails. I'm thinking, I can't tell you how much of a difference it makes for me to have a reminder every 5 minutes to relax. I think what I may learn from this is some diagnostic techniques to narrow this kind of problem down. I kind of resolved that it has something to do with the way Windows handles files. And a point there, and maybe this is what you're referring to, Lawn Dog, is my comment about do something, try to do something that makes a difference. Think outside the box. Don't keep your mind focused on trying to do things that make sense for fixing the problem. Do some radically different things to just see something that makes a difference. In a simple sense, it potentially acts like if I was doing thumbnails, which we all see, each of the little pictures pop up, but since I'm using the details or list view, I don't expect that. Now, even if you're using thumbnails, it should be creating hidden files of thumbnails dot something or other. Every folder, I think, contains that thumbnails file. Am I saying that right? I think I am. If I come over here to the video files and wait for that to come up and then go to view, and hidden items are already shown. Is it system files that I have to show to see that file that has the thumbnails? Let's try that. Options.
thumbnails are consolidated in one folder.
Change
There's a
folder
desktop.ini folder file that's in every folder.
Oh, desktop. I thought there was a thumbnails.ini too. Show hidden.
I don't think so. I
Files,
think they
let's
consolidated this to one place.
Hide extension. You may be right. Hide protected operating system files. Yeah, you may be right. So I should be able to see that on the C drive, wouldn't I? Or is it on? Oh, it's on the desktop, which I think you said. So on the desktop. Oh, here it is. Desktop INI. There's two of them. Oh, one's probably public and the other is for the user. And if I go to, let's see, right here, open with, I don't have a open location there. And here, yeah, this one is public. Remember which one I looked at. This one is the user. So if I go double click on it, that would open it. Here's the content of that file. Yeah, that doesn't say much of anything to me. Windows key, desktop.ini, and then click documents up here to be searching for just that file. Is it only in that one spot? Here, search in File Explorer. Is there actually only one? This is a little unsettling right now since I minimized all programs. I can't even see that I'm actually still broadcasting. Bringing up the YouTube channel on Baby Beast. So I see that I am still broadcasting. Maybe Ken Stout could do the Jeopardy theme for me right now. You know what? Sometimes this takes longer right at the end, doesn't it?
Not sure how I would get Jeopardy theme to play on your stream, but great idea.
Oh, I was thinking you could just hum it or whistle it.
No, you don't want that.
How do you know what I want and what I don't want? You psychic or psycho or what?
You can go with one or both of those, and both of them will be applicable. How many subscribers do you want to lose?
Oh, that's the ticket. Is it going to take a long time at the end, or will that be the end of it when it reaches the right-hand side? Oh, it's going to go cover the X. Yeah, I think it's just messing with me. Oh, this was search for desktop.ini. I had to question myself. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? What are we waiting for? Hey, caramba. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to hit zoom, bring zoom up while I'm not even able to see that it comes up. And how long does it take? There, it's trying to come up. Oh, it's just a black screen. All right, well, the green thing finished. No items matched your search. None whatsoever. Ugh. Well, that was a waste. I'm going to go back to chat. And let's see, I don't expect that kind of reaction or performance. You see that green bar that goes across like scanning all the files, exactly what I'm talking about. And of course the hourglass. This may be a holdover from the time when we were using hard drives and we were using SATA and IDE controllers and the way they pull files from the hard drive, because pictures seem to be the slowest, because of course it's picking up a thumbnail and has to display it, but when it comes to displaying the details or a list, the details column has many attributes to report. So it's probably going to be a little longer than pulling up the list or the files having to retrieve other pieces of data. In my case, files that are tagged probably are similar to going after a thumbnail, but I'm always puzzled why these aren't stored in an index file or some other method like RAM. Haha, but it may be, again, something to do with the code structure used in those days on the South Bridge. I suspect that even this original code is probably based upon floppies, the same technique in processing for pulling the file. So we are learning some diagnostic techniques that can be useful to all of us in the future. I believe that the techniques for indexing has changed over the years because we all know Windows file search doesn't make the public happy. So they've been working on it. I believe Londog has tipped his hand in the past that he's using voice dictation. Oh my gosh, that was okay. Now the one I skipped over, Selden Ball. One difference is the length of the folder names. They're much longer in the folder list. That's slow. Oh, all right. We can test that. Interesting. Okay. Speedy C, just a thought. Could it be because the C and L drive are to read at the same time? Could it be because the C drive and the L drive are to read at the same time? Just an idea. I don't quite understand what you're getting at there. So they've been working on it. As you can see, there's a big difference in the way information comes back in Windows 10 versus Windows 7, which is similar to Vista. But kind of thought I never complained about XP and its search characteristics. It's been a long time. Now, I wasn't doing this volume of work with videos in Windows 7, so I have no idea. And I wasn't using. I did use a SSD, a 128 gigabyte SSD that was kind of expensive to purchase back then. As you can see, there's a big difference in the way I already did that. Numbers 6 and 7 from CAN. What were those? 6 and 7. Stream Deck update, custom URL. Got it. Rand confirms I did cancel that change to indexing. And it jumped. Oh, there it is. Just double check mechanical hard drive at a global level. The actual drive is marked for indexing. Rand's telling us he did check that I canceled it. It should do the whole drive in a global sense. I wonder if we found another one of those good old Windows bugs we all kind of lived with, never seem to fix, possibly just accept the way it works and move on. I am interested to know if other people who might watch this, be watching now or watch this video later, other than myself and Lawn Dog, are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah, but much.
Not saying that apparently fixed it because problems still exist to this
Yeah.
day. I think
But die haben fixen das auch.
Okay, Catherine, I muted you. I think you're talking to somebody else. If I'm wrong, sorry, just go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. From Ryan. Ran, what I meant was apply the general items template on the slower folder and apply it to subfolders as well. Apply the general items template on the slower folder. Okay, so let's get that one covered. On the slower folder. So here's the slower folder. Waiting. And then I usually go to the parent level and right click on the folder to do the change, but I should be able to do it from here. No, I don't have the customize here. So let's go up a level, right click on video files, properties, and then here's customize. Change it to general. Oops, wait a minute. I didn't apply to all subfolders, did I? General items, apply template to subfolders. That appears to have occurred immediately. So I close it, reopen it. And oh, that did it. That was instantaneous. And I think I've got an explanation for it. Instantaneous. We just solved it. Okay, to prove this, we'll go back and change it back to videos and subfolders, instant change, close, right click, video files, hourglass. Go to the parent folder, right click, video files, properties, customize, general,
Video.
subfolders. Then yeah, I think this is making sense. And I've seen this in troubleshooting. After you find a solution, even though your path to getting there doesn't make sense, once you find the solution, you can come up with a plausible explanation. So when this is optimized for videos, it's going to do more work at evaluating the content to be able to deal with them as videos. Now, I just noticed something last time I had this set for videos. Let me see if I'm right about that. The word play appeared up here. When I change this back to general, that word play at the top goes away. And change it back again, customize, videos, and it actually is a whole new menu option. And then video tools, so I could play all of those with just clicking on that, and it would start playing them all. I just clicked on it, and it looks missing codec. It is August 6th on a Saturday, 1:35 p.m. Symptom. I do have a little bit of, well, it was trying to play, but it didn't give us any video. I have no idea what that first video in that list was. And this brought up, what player is this? This movies and TV. I think the Windows 10 player. Yeah, there's the Windows Store. Now, why did we not see that symptom on the L drive?
Because it was set to general, not video.
I thought we changed it.
Did you?
Yeah, see, it's currently set to videos right here. So if I close this and open it, and go there, there's no hourglass. So, and we do have this, yeah, this menu option. If this menu option shows up, you know that the folder is set for videos. If I go to the parent level, oh, the L drive itself is set for videos. And on the F drive, yeah, the F. Oh, no, when I'm clicked on the video files folder, I have the video tools. When I click on the thumbnails folder, I get picture tools. When I click on virtual backgrounds, that's configured for videos. This one, XSplit Media Sources, is apparently configured as general. And it would deduce. Yes, general. Now, somebody had made reference to the longer path on that the slow folder was a longer path. Was it really, though? It was just the folder.
The subfolder names are longer.
Oh, these subfolders, but they're the same. They were the same naming convention. Should have been. So here on the L drive, I think those are longer. You just weren't seeing the long folder names. So actually, on the L drive, the one that's faster, the root level folder of the drive is actually a longer name. So I don't think that perspective about longer path name was not true. I said that backwards, I think, but Okay, so it makes sense that when the folder is optimized for video files, that it would be looking at more detail in the content. That doesn't explain why the two drives, the NVMe and the spinning hard drive, when they're configured the same way, the spinning hard drive is still faster when they're configured for video. So we have solved the problem in terms of fixing my productivity complaint. We have not answered the question why the spinning drive appears to be faster than the NVMe when the folders are configured as video files. But I'd be willing to drop it and move on, unless we have some other idea. Now, where I have no idea. Oh, there's Ken's request for 6 and 7. Rand said I did cancel it. Just double check. And that was the difference about those check marks, where I had canceled that change and then it appeared to have honored my change. And we have not let it go through yet the process of indexing contents, either turning that feature on or off, because it does take a while for that to happen. If you have content on the drive, if you have a freshly installed Windows 10, it doesn't take that long. At a global level, the actual drive is marked for indexing, just checked. Yeah, it should do the whole drive in the global sense. I wonder if we found another one that was good. Yeah, we did that. Gone even to the indexing page somewhere where it says reindex the machine. You push a button and it goes away for a while and it goes through all the indexing files, creates a new index. Problem still exists. I think I'm rereading stuff I've done already. Thumbnail files where Windows apparently goes to get the picture file, then it displays for us. That takes processing time, even for fastest computers. Also assume that NVMe drives do the exact same operation, but because they're 5 times faster, maybe more, that we're not seeing this issue so much. Yeah, but my point is that the NVMe drive has taken longer. It's slower to do that. I just don't store video files and files that are similar on an expensive drive like NVMe, even though I have 2 terabyte. I also don't store image files for creating virtual machines. We're working on that. Oh, thumbnails. Thumbnail cache. Yes, good. Thumbnail cache. So I'm going to take this piece here from the percent symbol, Control-C copy, Windows key R, Control-V to paste. That'll take us straight to that folder. And yeah, here's the cache, and I'm going to sort in date order so that we see there are these that were created today, these thumbnail caches, and see the sizes of those, variation. Icon cache, thumbnail cache. So there's one icon cache today, one thumbnail cache. So the icon cache, I suspect, is now for the desktop? I don't know. It's a database file of some sort. I'm suspecting I can't really open it with anything. Let's see what it looks like in Notepad. Oh yeah, I recognize those. And then all this other stuff. Now, I think something that is a valid thing to do is to delete all of these and let it recreate them all from scratch. Like if there's whichever one of these is for the F drive, yeah, the F drive. If we were to switch back to optimize for video and then see which of these gets modified, that tells us which one of these is for the F drive. And then delete that file, force it to recreate them. Does that improve the performance? My guess is going to be no, because of how consistent this problem has been, even when I had a fresh format on the NVMe drive.
I think we showed it wasn't thumbnail related, really.
Yeah, I think that's a squirrel. Go down that road. I want to purchase an external drive when the prices get more reasonable. Secondly, narrow down the performance characteristics of these USB-C drives. Performance seems a little scattered. Yes, Doug, that's exactly the characteristic that annoys me the most. Green bar going across and just stalls. That brings back the days of XP doing the same thing. And of course, I lived with it in Windows 7. But you know what I don't find happening in Windows 7 as often? That's kind of a goofy statement. Oh my gosh, Lundog killing me here. But that's not a criticism. You could keep going, especially if the mechanics of the code that does this work at its roots similar or the same. Well, Windows file search is kind of goofy these days. I even gave it a test this morning. The first time it gave me exactly what I wanted, but the second time it gave me more information from the internet. I had going to choose video file, search on my video files. Yeah, if you're doing a search down here, let's see, thumbnail, and you don't want stuff from the web, choose documents up here. And then this one for search in File Explorer, so you can just go for files. I know I spelled that wrong, but I wasn't actually going to do it. Hello, Alan Barsness. I am using Voice Dragons Naturally Speaking. The one version I have for Windows 10 really sucks. I have two clients that are really major users of Dragon Naturally Speaking. One's a chiropractor, one's an attorney. They get along really well with it. It's amazing. The chiropractor, these complex body parts that he pronounces, and it picks them up perfectly. It's not a medical edition. It's amazing how well it works for him. And if you're fine, though, the one he has for Windows 10 really sucks. I found a big difference in the microphone. If you get a good microphone, now that one that I've shown on some of my videos that I use for the HP All-in-One when I'm at the cabin, the chiropractor is using this exact microphone, and it's working really well for him. TKGOU is the brand. And Dennis Thompson probably has easy access to the link for that because he captured that as a product that he says he might wind up purchasing. Dennis Thompson is DDT 2005, for those who don't know. Especially if I get excited and talk fast and not look over my sentence. My experience with purchasing a video editing template. Oh, Ken is asking for number 6. Okay, yeah. We got a few requests out of my list. That's a good thing. I like that. I believe this condition becomes apparent when you have a lot of files in one place. Yeah, well, yeah, because when I move a bunch of those folders over to the L drive, which is for long-term storage, then the NVMe drive is very quick and responsive. But when it gets up to the quantity that I have now, that's when the problem appears. The problem does not appear on the spinning drive. I wonder if the person meant that it's a RAID backup drive on the other. I wonder if the person meant that it's a RAID backup drive the other. Yeah, it's not. I don't have any RAID active. I've seen a similar characteristic on machines where people dump everything onto the downloads folder. They will have downloads, PDF files, pictures all in the downloads folder. They will kind of do the same thing. Interesting. Okay, I got it. I got to skip through some. And let's move on, I think, to another topic. So I'm scanning through without reading right now. To C drive, L drive, and an antivirus. Why do they ask me a zillion times to upgrade to the paid version? Because they want you to pay for it? Maybe that's the reason. I just off the top of my head. Maybe it's because they want you to pay for it. Let's see. Long Dog saying one day he might poke in with audio. It's on the Zoom session. Be welcome to do that. Yeah, it'd be easier for you to, instead of me reading what you've typed out. Yeah, well, but sometimes on the other hand, sometimes Long Dog, if you didn't put in your messages, there wouldn't be much there at all. Using speech recognition, Windows 7, roughly from 2015, shorts a whole lot better. I'm desperately trying to find the original disk. Yada yada. Let's see. Oh, here's Dennis putting in the link for that microphone. Yeah. So $16. I really find that to be a good microphone. When I was at the cabin doing Fortnite, when I first started this last week, I didn't realize I was using the microphone in the webcam or built into that computer. When somebody said my sound was low, I plugged that microphone in. Oh, actually, I was here. I plugged that microphone in, and they just said the difference was very substantial. And I went back and listened to the video later, and yeah, it's way better than a microphone built into a computer or a laptop or built into a webcam. Several microphones collected, they all have their characteristics, and you have to train a microphone to drag in naturally speaking. If you skip the training, you're not going to get as good results. And you also need to do periodic training of the words that you have corrected Dragon naturally speaking on. If you never do that, then you're not going to get as good results. Let's see, this is between the two. Rick has a Blue Yeti, and that's what I'm using now is a Blue Yeti. It's a far more expensive microphone, which I think it's just under $200. And it's way, I think I would be fine with that little TK Gal microphone. I don't really see that I get much benefit out of having this Blue Yeti. Dragon naturally speaking and teaching it. Yes, I've done that many times. I do it for each microphone. Good, you know that. And it's pricey, but it works well. All right. When the Blue Yeti was on my desk with its desk stand, oh, it was terrible. Anytime I touched the desk, it just really came over through the microphone. All right, let's get on to another topic. I think the votes, what were they significant for? Oh, spinning drive. Yes, that's what they start out with. I think there was one interest for Fiverr. There was one interest in that. Video editing, there was at least one, maybe two, and that one. I think those were all kind of similar in requests. So let me take the shorter ones first. Stream Deck update. That's the shortest one. An update for my Stream Deck came through, and I read about it, and it said that it gave the ability to pause a recording for OBS, which that's something that I really don't like about OBS. XSplit gives me a very easy method for pausing recordings. OBS, not at all. I couldn't find any method within OBS to pause the recording. I'm thinking I'm saying that correctly. So when I saw this update for Stream Deck that has an option for pausing, I said, oh, that's great. So let me show you that. I'm going to bring up my Stream Deck.
Doug,
Yeah.
when you say pause, are you talking about pausing it from the Stream Deck?
Yeah, I could
Okay,
press
because
a button.
OBS does have a built-in pause button on the recording.
Well, what I saw is it had a you could configure a hotkey for pausing the recording, and then you could put that on your Stream Deck, but that didn't work unless the OBS window was active. Do you agree with that?
That would make sense, yes.
That's what I found. So yes, it did exist, but it was cumbersome to implement. But here, let's see, I'm trying to get this up on screen. Why am I not getting to it? Double click there. Should open that. Is it? It's not open already. Why am I not getting? Let's try it over here. Double click there. There, that brought it up, and you can see that. So here's in XSplit, there was a record button, but there was no option for pausing a recording. I'll collapse that. But I have to, the pausing, of course, only works for recording, doesn't work for live stream. Live stream is live. You can't pause that unless you put up a technical difficulties item and just turn your microphone off like some people do. But when I'm recording with XSplit, I can click on the XSplit screen to pause. And in OBS, you can click on the OBS window and use a hotkey to pause. But here's what my disappointment was, is in OBS Studio, this last update for XSplit has a record pause button that'll work on the Stream Deck. And I tried using that and it didn't work for me. And then I realized the reason is I'm not using OBS Studio. I'm using Streamlabs desktop OBS. It's actually Streamlabs OBS Prime. It's a paid version of OBS and it does not have the pause button. So this was an instance where the free version of OBS would perform better for me than the paid version of OBS from Streamlabs. And I found that somewhat bitter pill to swallow when I realized that. Because it was like they're dangling this, I don't want to say fish in front of me because I don't like fish that much. They're dangling, not a carrot, they're dangling strawberry cheesecake in front of me. And I was all excited about that, and then they yanked it away from me because that's not what it is. So that's all that I had for my Stream Deck update. Good news, bad news is it has now a pause button for recording, but not if you're using the paid version, as am I. Moving on. The video editing template. Well, that was also requested by Ken. How about I go to something requested by somebody else? Ordering from Fiverr. Who asked about that? Did somebody ask about that? I'm going to search for Fiverr. No, nobody asked for Fiverr. Oh, but they might have said it by number. Say again, Wintermute.
I'll ask, what kind of jobs do you get on Fiverr?
Yeah.
Work.
The thing that I did get from Fiverr in the past was, I was just poking around in Jim's channel here a little bit. But if I go to my channel, this banner, I had that done on Fiverr. I think it was, I don't remember how much, I think it was around $50 that I paid for it. And I had some interaction with them, and I provided.
So it's not $5 on Fiverr.
Well, yeah, you can get stuff for $5, but if you want,
more too.
Yeah, if you want to use somebody that has more experience, more background, a better track record on Fiverr, then you pay more, and that's your choice. This laptop image in the background, I was going to say that I provided him that, but I'm not sure about that now. And I told him what I wanted to say here. Real computers, real issues, and real fixes is what this was supposed to imply. Live Windows training, and I kind of gave him the layout of the green, black, and blue that I wanted, or described it. And I said I wanted the image of me over here and this text, and that's what he came up with, and he came up with it in the versions that would be for mobile media, and I think it was 3 different layouts. And there's kind of a transition of the degree of the blue in fading. It's just not a solid blue all the way across. But what I'm wanting next is I want to ask somebody to do a thumbnail for my new video series of, let's see, what do I want to go for that? Yeah, I'll take it here. If I'll go to my channel for the, what's it called? tryhackme.com. The 2 episodes that I've done so far of tryhackme.com, I'd like to have one thumbnail that I can use for that, so I'm not having to redo the thumbnail each time. Currently, I'm doing a new thumbnail for each of the Saturday shows. For my Fortnite videos, I'm using the same thumbnail theoretically through an entire season. I'm delinquent on changing to new thumbnail for the new season. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting, there's, because I didn't apply any thumbnail. This is YouTube coming up with its own thumbnail, and it's showing the video when I move my mouse over it. Does this, that shows video too. All right. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking of doing is getting them to do that, a thumbnail for that. And I thought what I'd do now, if people are interested, is I'll go show the initial search in Fiverr looking for somebody to do that. Now, something that I thought was noteworthy in my 2 videos for tryhackme.com, the first one I did was it was either a Premiere or a live stream. This doesn't tell me which it was. Let's go find out what it was. If I go to past live streams, that was 7 days ago. Is that a live stream or a Premiere? I think that was a Premiere. Yeah. See, this one, the more recent one, was a live stream, but I did it as a unlisted live stream, and then I made it public. I scheduled it to go public later. And the thing that I found interesting with that is the much lower viewers that it got. The first one that I did as a Premiere got 140 views, and the one more recently where I did it as an unlisted live stream and then made it public later was only 85 views. And so it's making me think that a scheduled premiere gets more attention. Maybe YouTube notifies it to people more, or maybe just because it's a premiere, it attracts more attention. This one was treated more like an upload. So anyway, that's just a little bit of an aside. So here I'll go to Fiverr, fiverr.com, 2 R's. And let's see, I'm hearing somebody kind of moaning in the background. Jeff, I'm going to try muting you. When you want to talk, go ahead and unmute yourself. Oh, you did it yourself. Thank you. And then continue as Doug. All right, so what service are you looking for today? So I'm going to type YouTube thumbnails. And the suggestions, amazing YouTube thumbnail design, create YouTube thumbnail. I think any of those are probably going to be pretty similar results. So here, starting at $5, $10, $20, $15. So these people who are offering their services on Fiverr can set their minimum rate, and it's not it does not make sense. If you're a skilled person, it does not make sense to say starting at $5 because you're asking for the people who are, trying to do it as cheap as possible. Maybe you want a higher level clientele. And I think these will go way up. I think there's a place here to choose dollar amounts. Oh, pro services. So if I turn on pro services, so people who actually consider them to be professionals. So here's saying, I will successfully optimize your YouTube content. That's doing more than just thumbnails. They're wanting to do a whole package for you. So there's a wide variety of services that you can get through here in different price levels. Let's see, local sellers, online sellers. Let's turn that off. So we're going back to non-pros. So here, category, service options, seller details, budget. What is this? Okay, so I can set in a dollar amount. If I were wanting thumbnails for an individual video, I might be more inclined to do the $5. I think it's completely reasonable to try out the $5 level and see what I get. I will create your thumbnail, amazing quality, 2 hours. So if I just randomly click on this one, now what I would rather do is take a little more time, evaluate them, take a little more, put a little more thought to who I'm choosing. I will create a YouTube thumbnail, amazing quality, but let's see what he's got. Standard, basic, standard is $40, premium is $80. So what is he doing differently with these? Save up to 10% with subscribe to save, starter package, 1 premium quality YouTube thumbnail, 1-day delivery, unlimited revisions. Now that's interesting, unlimited revisions for $10. 1 thumbnail, custom design images, includes source file. So he's going to give me the source file that I could modify later. If I wanted to modify the date each time, then I could do it. Of course, I'd have to be using whatever software that he's doing this with. The unlimited revisions, my experience with that banner, I did ask for changes, and it held true that I was able to ask for changes until I was satisfied. Now, if we look at his standard, what does he do with the standard? Standard thumbnail package, 5 premium quality YouTube thumbnails. Okay, so get 5 of them for $40 compared to 1 for $10. A little bit of a savings there. 2 days delivery, unlimited revisions, 5 thumbnails, custom design, includes source file. Premium is 10 thumbnails. So mainly the difference here is the number. If I go back to the prior tab, I'm keeping this tab open, I could go compare somebody else. I think it's highly unlikely people's faces we see here are the actual photos of the people that are doing the work. When I click on this one, it opens a new tab. 1 thumbnail, custom design image, 2 revisions, not unlimited. 3 amazing thumbnails for $25. Not giving me the original, not giving me the source file, right? So that I can make changes. So certainly there's more a person could go through here. Let's see up here, graphics and design, digital marketing, writing and translation, all kinds of different types of writing and translation here, video animation, music and audio, programming and text. Say again?
Do they offer maids?
Maids to come and clean your house? My guess is no. Supply chain management? Really? Getting that off of Fiverr? I will be your product sourcing agent. Detail supply chain content. I have not browsed around the rest of this, any of this stuff. I've only done what I've told you so far. Lifestyle, traveling. So anyway, if a person's looking for some help to make their life go easier, there can be some surprising amount of services available through Fiverr. And there's other types of services like this online as well. I think that's probably enough of a response to where are we at? Yeah, to this one about ordering work from Fiverr. Now, I think what I might do in regards to this is I might, when I settle on placing the order, I might do a Windows daily of actually showing me placing the actual order. You can see who I'm using and see how quickly I get results and how good the results are. What I've been doing for my thumbnails so far, I go to a new tab here, come up to my YouTube Tools folder, Canva. It's a paid, I'm using a paid version of it. And you can use free version of it, and also this table right here. I think I got that as a, there's also, which one of these? I've got some kind of paid images on one of these. I don't remember which one it is. Pixels, let's see, search pixels for free images. Somewhere in here, I also pay a subscription so that I can just find an image and I get to get that table off of one of those. All right, let's go see what's up in chat. Do I have a highlighted place where I left off? It's 12:37 right now, so I probably left off in here. That was the microphone stuff. Microphones, your Bluetooth earbuds. Boy, do I have Bluetooth earbuds up the wazoo. This is just one of them, right? One of them here. This little set here, and I don't even use these anymore, but I have some other Bluetooth earbuds elsewhere as well. And of course I have the Bluetooth headsets, 2 of them. I use this one for Big Beast Build. I use this one for the HP All-in-One and for my cell phone. Oh, what do I have? Just answered it, can't pause a live video. Right. I kind of like what Doug is using. For me, I can't do cheap microphones. Really? Why? Who made your banner? Didn't hear that part. I didn't say who made my banner. I'm not sure how quickly I can bring that up. Let me try something. I'll put Zoom online and see if I can bring that up. I'm going into my contacts list to Fiverr. And nope, I didn't make any notes there about which provider did that for me.
Can you not look up your order?
Oh, yeah, that seems like a way, something I should be able to do. So if I go into Fiverr, I think this is all right to demonstrate. Oh, here's orders. Okay, click on orders. I will create an eye-catching YouTube banner and logo. There it is. It was Drift DZN. Let's see if we can find out what I paid for it. Keep working with a seller who knows your brand. Total price, $42. I did that August, delivery date August 11th. What year? It wasn't this year. August 8th. So this is all our back and forth in regards to my change requests. If a person was interested in reading through this, you can go back and pause the video. I'm not going to read through it all, but I'll let you see that and read through it. I do not have much recollection of the process there. And then here's where he actually gave me those contents. So these are the actual files. And this one here, I think, was an end screen. At the end of a video, you can have an end screen that has suggested videos for you to click on. I never did even implement that. There's nothing there that tells me what year that was. It was August. I'm going to say that was 2019. I'll go search my email. Fiverr.
It's delivered on August 11th.
Yeah. And then that is, here I have an email confirming that email from them August 8th, 2019. That was welcome to Fiverr. So that's when I created my account. So that was 2019. All right. Yeah, so I answered that. Thumbnail success suggestion for Try Hack Me series. Let's see what this is. New tab. Hack my face. Yeah, I'll pass. Yikes. Fiverr, just don't have the money for this. Understand. Let's see. I guess, oh, that's between the two. Winter Mute to Can regarding Fiverr. What's that? Results for DaVinci Resolve. Oh, all right.
I was just suggesting Ken join the club and start
Sure.
selling his DaVinci skills on Fiverr.
Oh, selling his skills. Not get a thumbnail, but to actually be a vendor. There you go. Yeah. Do you need an idea for a video, Doug? I have something I haven't found a way to implement using Task Manager in Windows 10 and 11. I can throw it out there if you wish. Yes, go ahead and throw it out. Let's see, Task Manager. Let's see, TM, Task Manager. Okay, I should have picked up on that. Blood sugar's gone low. Still with you guys at 60. Put two and two together. Task Manager, very simple ways. Windows 7, there's a function. It's been deprecated. I find it ridiculous. Spin deprecated Windows 10. There's not many people except businesses and software that use Task Manager, but those of us who use it the way I do because my simple name. Let's see if the bites the hook or wants to be contacted behind the scene. Lawn Dog for the last 10 years. I've been using Task Manager to send me a message when a bill is due. Oh, you mean Task Scheduler? Task Scheduler, not Task Manager. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Gary and me right on that. They deprecated sending a message. Why they did this? Okay. So let's go into Task Scheduler. And he says, yeah, you guys are so doggone right. Blame it on low blood sugar, Task Manager. And it seems to me that I noticed this. I think that this sounds familiar to me. So if I go Task Schedule Library, do, let's see, create basic task. Create a basic task message. Trigger, let's see, I'll click next. Trigger. Daily, I'll just leave it on daily. Fine. Pick a time for it. I'll just leave that, whatever it is. Action. Start a program. Send an email. Deprecated. Display a message. Deprecated. Now then I'm going to try to go ahead and do it since it's still showing here. Maybe deprecated means they no longer support it. They no longer ensure that it's going to work, but maybe it still works. Let's go back one and let's say change the time to 12:55 p.m.
There's no login information for that, so that wouldn't work.
Well, yeah, maybe
I mean, it depends
if
on
you
the
have,
server. If you have an open server, maybe, but
or maybe if you have
most servers
Windows.
require authentication before you send the mail.
Yeah, but well, how about if you have the Windows Mail program configured?
Well, it doesn't send mail. It sends mail through a service that you're on the internet with.
Yeah, but if you have configured Windows
Maybe.
Mail for your outgoing mail server, would Task Scheduler use that?
It's asking for an SMTP server. That's not Windows Mail.
Where is it? Oh, here's asking for an SMTP server. Okay, so no, it's not using Windows Mail. So here you'd have to configure an SMTP server as an outgoing server.
So
Let's see.
That's probably why it's deprecated, because it.
All right. SMTP server for Gmail. Set up the app or device with Gmail on your device from the app. Enter SMTP Gmail server address, port field, one of the following numbers. Is it your opinion, Wintermute, that this won't work?
Is it asking for any authentication stuff somewhere? I didn't see it.
Let's see. It should be asking for credentials, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
To from subject SMP server. Well, let's see if we can get it to do that. SMTP server, let's see. For administrators. Now, I think we did see on that search results that this is for a business account. Didn't I see that in here somewhere? They do have Gmail for Business. Set up a device to send through Google Workspace. So might not, a free Gmail account might not work for it. For administrators, if you're sending from a device or app for your Gmail account, ask for help. The Workspace support plan might not include for third-party products. Relay service. Relay services have gotten more and more challenging to use. I think I'm saying that right. Sending limits, anti-spam filters here. Fully qualified domain name of SMTP service. So the way I'm reading this, this is the fully qualified domain name for the Gmail SMTP service. So I'll put that in as the SMTP server. So copy and paste. Port 465 and 587 would have encryption. Port 25 would be sending as plain text. And whoever you're sending to might object to receiving plain text. In this case, I'm going to be sending to myself. And it's not asking for a port number here. I'm going to say it's coming from Big Beast Build to DougBetts. Subject, test of task scheduler email. Control A to select that, tab, Control V to paste it so that there is some text. I'm not going to use any attachment. Has not asked for credentials yet. Next. Message, daily, send email, open property dialog for this task. When I click finish, Error has occurred for task message. The following error is reported. The task definition uses a deprecated feature. So is deprecated, will not work. They still have it on the menu. So I'd say that's a big fail. Any other ideas or comments from anyone before I conclude that Lawn Dog's right?
So this is Windows 10, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. I have Windows 11.
Ah, all right. So it won't even let me open the properties dialog. I can't finish. If I remove that check mark, still can't finish. So there is no scenario here where I can get this task saved. Now that was create basic task wizard. And if I go to create task rather than basic, here's the difference. It takes me straight into, it's not giving me a wizard. Basically, I have to create the task manually here.
So what
and-
task do we want?
Yeah, when you're doing create basic task, you choose on the second page is, okay, when you get to the action.
Okay,
Part-
I say open Firefox. Yes, basic task, open Firefox or open. I have Waterfox. Let me try.
Is that giving you that as a choice, or are you typing that in?
Oh, I have in the create the basic task. I
Yeah.
have to put in the name on the first thing.
Oh, okay. So you're just typing in a name for the task. It's
And
when
then
you
I have below, I have the description, then I go to next.
right.
Then I can choose if it's daily, weekly, monthly, one time, when the computer starts, when I log in, or when a specific event is logged.
Yeah, just
So-
click next. We don't care what you do there. You don't need to do anything there. Just click next. And then it should take you to, might take you to choosing a time. Just click next. You want to get to the action.
Hmm.
And when you get to action, does it have the option that I'm showing on my screen right now?
Start a program, okay. Program script, browse, let me check. So.
Well, Catherine's getting that as a question for the Zoom people. In past weeks, I have had my, whatever I'm broadcasting as my image in Zoom. So you're actually seeing my live active screen in Zoom. Right now, I just have my camera on.
I just want to try it first, before I, basically before I make it complete. Let me find the.
Did the option for send an email appear on the action tab?
No, I don't. Sending an email is no longer working. Yes, it says depreciated. Yes.
Deprecated,
So-
yeah. My question is, in Windows 11, does that option even appear at this point in the
Yes,
basic
it
task
appears,
wizard?
and it says
Ah.
it's deprecated too. So.
Okay.
So.
And then you're trying to continue past that?
Yeah, I do not want to send an email. That's stupid. Yes, I don't want to do something that is no longer working. Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
just want to,
you just want to what?
I want to try and see if it's something that it can actually do. Yes.
Yeah. All I want to know is, will it let you get to the point of clicking finish? In order for you to test that, you're going to have to populate that email.
I just what is so important at the email? Why do you want the email? Because the email message is clearly not going to work. Yes.
Okay, well that's a whole different conversation. We'll leave him to figure that out, because he's just saying that he's previously used that. He liked using that, and now does he really have to go find something else? And I think we're telling him, yes,
Yes,
you gotta find a different way to do
he
this.
has to, if he wants an email, yes, I think he has to use something else. Yes, that because it will not work, if you know what I mean.
Yes, and I do remember now is that I did use this in the past for sending an email to me when a particular system event log item occurred. And that answers your question, Catherine. Why would you want to do this? That is why I did that, is because I wanted an email sent to me if a particular system event log item occurred. And I didn't have any other way to accomplish that. And at the moment, I don't know any other way to accomplish that. In fact, I think I initiated that from Event Viewer. I'm going to go into Event Viewer here. And
so now I put it in. Yes.
Yeah.
I found open Firefox exit, and now it's set to daily at 14:52 every day. Yes.
Yeah.
To start up WaterFox. Yes. So, and now I can I have down here, I can open the properties dialog for this task when I click finish. Yes, so
okay.
I can say finish. Okay, and now I have here, I got the property, and I said, okay, location is here. Also, that's my desktop. Yes, description. I could put another description in it if I needed a further description. Yes. When on the task user, use the following user account. It's using my user account. I can set now run only when user is logged in, is logged on, or run whether user is logged on or not. So I have these two choices. Yes.
Okay.
If I choose run whether user is logged on or not, I can also tick do not store password. The task will only have access to local computer resources. Yes, so to lock it down even more. Yes, so this is going into, and this is just a general task. Yes, and then on top I have general, triggers, actions, conditions. Yes, I can say start the task only if the computer is idle for, and then I can put in, I can take it and I can say 10 minutes up to 10 minutes, wait for idle for up to 1 hour, stop the computer, ceases to be idle, restart if idle state resumes. Yes, so I have a lot of, so I can really how do you say, control very tightly what I want to do. Yes.
Yeah.
Power. I can even say wake the computer to run this task. Yes.
Yeah. Now
I can say start the task only if the computer is on AC power. Yes. And then I can, I have another option that I can say stop the computer if the computer switches to battery power. So
Okay, let me understand, Catherine. I know all those options and things that you're talking about through Task Scheduler, but did you successfully create the task for sending an
Yep.
email or for opening your email
No.
program? For sending an
No.
email.
No, it's just, no, it will not send you an email. Absolutely not.
Okay, so no, you weren't able to get to that. You've been reading through the options about a scheduled task. Okay.
Yes, because
Okay.
email you will no longer get with Windows. I don't know. Look, I don't know why. I don't know what they did. I don't know what the decision making was that led to this decision. Yes, I mean, I do not work.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Because we've answered the question that no, they're not going to be able to do it in Windows 10 or Windows 11. And now I start giving the reason that I was using it is because I wanted a event viewer item when it occurred to send me an email, and I had that functioning for a period of time until it got broken, and probably because that happened when it got deprecated. Now we don't know from LawnDog what is his reason. What is he trying to send, unless he has answered that in the chat for us. Before your podcast started, I was tinkering with Windows 11. Oh, and he has Windows 11.
Can I say something, Doc?
Okay, go ahead.
They may classify the email you get. I never seen one of these emails, yes, but they may classify the emails you get when they send it out as a security risk. So if the email is breached by some organization or someone else, yes, your email, then from this email they can take infos. Yes, so
Yeah.
that's why it may be depreciated. That's my
agree.
only idea. Yes.
I think that's highly likely.
Yes, so that's what I think. That's why they did it, to lock it more down, to make it more secure.
Yeah, I think that's highly likely.
Actually, I put a little shortcut in there that you can run from the command line, and you run your batch file with, like, let's say, at night you run your scan, and if there's any errors, sends an email to whoever, and it logs onto your SMTP server from an ME file and the program that you download. Just a quick down and dirty, and it runs from the command line.
So this could be a way to accomplish what LawnDog's trying to do.
Yep. Yes.
All right. Good. I will look through that more after we're done today. Or yeah, that's a very interesting. And then maybe a PowerShell script. Okay, and here's something from How To Geek from Wintermute. Yeah, okay. Good. So maybe letting Task Scheduler do it was a security problem, but these other methods maybe are ways to do it without risking security. They didn't pull these schedules out, choices out of Task Scheduler, so it hasn't been rewritten. It's been modified, possibly in the registry. Okay. So I think he's speculating here about how they accomplished the deprecation to stop it from working. You guys got sidetracked. I never wanted an email. I wanted a message. The next choice in that menu. Oh, okay, not an email. You want a pop-up message. Oh, that's different. Got sidetracked. Display a message. All right. Well, let's see what's going on there. Task Scheduler. If I go to, let's see, Task Scheduler. Yeah. And go to a basic task, and type in a descriptive title, choose trigger, action, display a message is also deprecated. So it makes sense that email might be deprecated due to security, but displaying a message being deprecated. Well, I wonder if it could be because that it's would be a security risk in the sense that perhaps if there's a vulnerability there that a hacker could cause a message to display on a user screen that might convince them to take an action that would be detrimental.
Well, usually when you're running something in Task Scheduler, you're usually running as system, not as your user ID yourself. So you're not running as Doug, you're running as system or administrator or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it would not, you would not get the message system or whoever it is being ran as.
Okay.
That's the idea of being tasked. You might not even be logged on and it's running.
Well, you can configure any of these tasks to run as with a particular username. It doesn't have to run as
If you have authority to run, let's say, Windows Defender's full system scan, your local user may not have that authority to run it themselves.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to run something that you don't have rights to. But if you go look at the properties of these, you can. This one is use the following user account, the group of everyone. So this task runs as everyone, not as system.
What was the task?
This one is an Adobe task, but any of these tasks have those same options.
Yeah.
This task runs as system. And when I have created tasks to run, which I've done, I think, backup operations or copy operations using a task scheduler, and I'll actually select a user. So this one's using the group of users, and you can put in a username that you want to use. Now I'm not going to actually change this,
right?
But a scheduled task can run as any
Correct.
user or group that is selected for that task.
But will that user have authority to back up the whole system if that's what you're trying to do? Let's say.
Well, if they have administrative rights to that computer, yeah. You're asking that question because your background is in corporate environment.
Exactly.
Whereas I don't think LonDog is asking from that point of view.
No, but the point I'm saying, if you might even set yourself up in your own system to have the admin password be separate and never use it during your normal day.
Sure.
Matter of fact, even at home, I don't run as admin. So if I walked away, of course, it's my home. Hopefully there's nobody here, but you got on and, start doing something, you couldn't start, whacking programs or whatnot or getting into data.
Well, that's going to just be a matter of you have to configure it correctly for whatever you're doing and how your system is set up. So anyway, display message is always after. So that is deprecated as well. And then let's see, is this one already opened from Gary? I think so. Yeah, looks like it.
Yep.
Okay. And then come back, continuing. Whoops, the screen jumped on me. Here we go. Interesting find. Quick reading of that document potentially illustrates some nefarious activity could be created. Potentially a reason why they deprecated. So we're kind of on the same page about that reasoning for the deprecation. Illustrating somehow we got sidetracked sending an email. Want to send a message. We got sidetracked on the email because that's what I have done in the past. That's how we got that way. So I had a predisposition to go that way because I've done it before. Task scheduler run a batch script to run. I've done that. If the bat file includes command message, that will generate an on-screen message pop-up for you to acknowledge. All right. That's what I've been tinkering with, sending a batch file. I think that's a strong option. I need help. Maybe Doug can give this a thought. I'd be happy to do a remote session with you. We could do it as either as a live stream or as a recorded session. As long as I wind up with a video of it, I'd be happy to work on that with you. If that's what you're suggesting there. Camera on or off, your choice. Hi, chat. I think you already said that if you came on Zoom, it would be without camera. George, hello to you. work. Skipping through. Please look into the possibility just suggested or any method. Please review what has been going on in chat. I suspect that he's talking about those ways to do a message. Only potential vulnerability would be sending a scary message will pop up in front of you. It would only be a text now, depending upon the technician, you may not be able to find. So you could put up, yeah, if a hacker could display a message to the user at the computer, it might not be a scary message, but if it tricks them into doing something they should not do, that can be a security problem. That would be a kind of a social engineering kind of approach. Kind of a hybrid approach, I guess. Where this potentially scary message came from because they put it in a task schedule. Of course, no virus scanner is good of you. It's got to, yeah, no virus scanner is going to report that as a virus. It's the only thing I can think of. Just a message, notepad, scary message, or tricky message. Possible run task manager trigger based on event ID to get email notification. Do I need that anymore? The reason why I was doing that is not important enough for me to pursue. Let's see. Task schedule potential avenue. Time to go. Check for a new program. Move these kinds of messages. I'm kind of running through this quickly now to try to get to an end. We're a little over 2 hours. I'd rather have Doug Macrium Reflect on or tinker with. No, it's not Macrium Reflect. Method of getting around this. Batch file is one possibility. See, now, I'm not sure that I'd be interested in doing it with you, Lawn Dog. Am I interested in pursuing this as a video on my channel? I just don't know that it's a strong enough or popular enough need that it would be worth my time researching on my own and coming up with a method of displaying a message without having a specific reason or person interacting with me on it. I'm not sure. I have a lot of other subjects that I think would have more broad appeal. That kind of sounds like a not very popular need. Batch file one possibility, manipulating the registry can be a chore to do. Believe it's in there somewhere. Yada, yada, yada. William, be interesting to see what Windows 12 has in it if it does come out. Could they remove many features or add them in a new way? Of course they could. You know what's something about the speculations about Windows 12 that I don't get? Typically, what I've heard is people saying, I'd like to skip Windows 11 and go straight to Windows 12, but the reason they want to skip Windows 11 is because it doesn't have enough value over Windows 10, or they don't see why they went to Windows 11. They want to skip it. And if Windows 12 is available next year, that they would jump right on board with that. I don't understand why somebody who is reluctant to go to Windows 11 because it's not proven yet or fixed yet or good enough yet, why they'd be so willing to just jump right away on Windows 12. I don't get that. It seems to me that a person who's reluctant to go to Windows 11 should also, for the same reason, be reluctant to go to Windows 12 when it's available.
Not necessarily.
Be a slow adopter. Why? Go ahead and
Not necessarily.
Why?
I'll tell you what I think, pure speculation on my part, why they're waiting for 12, even though they don't particularly care for 11. What they're probably hoping for is another UI facelift because they can't stand the UI in 11.
Okay. If they think that Windows... Now, here would be a historical support for that, is because when Windows 8 came out, it was such a horrible user interface that people did correctly, legitimately wait for the next version and skipped Windows 8. And I suspect that experience is what's causing people to be resistant to Windows 11, expecting that Windows 12 will be more like Windows 10. And in
Or-
that case, I could understand that.
So
I can buy that.
or at least fix some of the glaring screw ups that they've done with the UI on 11.
Yeah, maybe. What if it's-
That's my speculation. I have nothing to base it
Yeah.
on.
And
I
for
always-
all we know, it could be even more of the same, meaning drifting
That's
further
not going to
away
go over
from Windows
well.
10. We don't
I
know.
always, it always seems like I'm defending Windows 11, which I'm not. But if you see what they're doing, they're trying to get it minimalistic for the average. I listen to you guys, and me too. And you listen to, let's say, Carrie. A lot of people are saying, "Well, I backed up, did this, and I reinstalled, uninstalled, installed." Well, the average user doesn't do that. They're trying to make it secure, so they're trying to make it. I mean, your user that you work with, Doug, most of them click on Word or click on their law program or click on the chiropractic program. They don't uninstall stuff daily. Pardon my language there.
Now, the clients that I've had on Windows 11, it's been a nothing burger for them. No.
You almost have to tell them it's Windows 11.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I did hear that they're bringing back right-click on the taskbar to be able to open Task Manager in Windows 11. Does anyone
I haven't
else
seen it, but I haven't.
confirm hearing that? I think it was. I think it was either on Security Now or Windows Weekly.
I hadn't noticed.
I have
think
not
it-
seen. I am not anything. Ryan, we got it there, but I haven't. Doesn't matter. I have forever. If I've had to look at the Control Shift Escape, and there it is. I mean,
That's my
I don't even touch
favorite
the
way
mouse.
is Control Shift Escape.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it was Steve Gibson, because I recall him making a point about Control Alt Delete is always going to work even if the user interface is broken at the moment. If you're trying to get Task Manager because the user interface isn't responding, well, Control Shift Escape might not bring up Task Manager, but Control Alt Delete will.
And actually, the farther we get along, they have a new thing they're coming out with sooner or later on a chip from Intel. I think it's called Pluto or something. I may be mistaken with the name, but it's going to even be more security on a chip.
Oh,
In which case, when if Microsoft starts supporting that, then even what we have now will not be supported.
yeah.
But I think people have already pointed this out on your channel and others. Microsoft actually tells you how to update without TPM on their website.
Yeah.
And they actually say on their website that you just won't get any of the stuff that needs TPM if your chip does not support TPM 2.0.
Uh-huh.
So it'll still run, just you will not have the Windows 11 security, air quotes around that. But yeah.
Now, I
You'll
do
still-
have a client who has ordered a new laptop, which will obviously come in with Windows 11, but I don't know if it's going to come in with the 2020, what do they call it? 2022 H2
yes,
or whatever they call it. And Gary, you were saying that a fresh install of that no longer has Internet Explorer mode in Edge.
You can go in and re-enable it.
Oh, you can.
Yes.
All right. Well, then that.
We have not had to, but and actually to quickly answer Long Dog's question, TPM is not an artificial software construct, it's hardware. That's
Yeah.
the thing that's a problem, is the newer chips have it and the older chips do not have it.
Yeah.
So that's why people are complaining about their old computers.
All right. Understand it's not a popular subject. If you remember, I only suggested. Yeah, I do. I understood. Windows 12 probably not even pushed to the public till around 2028. Sounds likely. Think discussion revolving around we are going to get something after Windows 11. The name is important. Is this the upcoming Windows 12? Is this going to be a joke? Let's see. Is this the upcoming Windows 12? Legend 12 UI prototype. I'm guessing there's something in there that's probably a joke.
Now on GitHub, they had Intel's BIOS released for the 14 chips for Lenovo last week. 14 chips that aren't even out yet, aren't even designed.
Okay. I'm not sure what to make of that. Absolutely agree with you. UI Windows 11 terrible. Things buried. General layout. Yeah. What were they thinking? Kind of thing. I don't understand. Will the Adobe be addressed this week? The Adobe. What was that? Was that one of my topics? Did I have something? in here
Yeah,
about
you're
it?
going to buy a template for Adobe Premiere.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's we won't get that today, but we will get to it. If it's either a Windows Daily or next weekend, next Saturday, I'm not sure. Would that makes sense on experience purchasing a video editing template? That could wind up being a Windows Daily. Yeah. That would make sense as a Windows Daily. Kind of skimming through because I'm wanting to bring this to a wrap up. Security kind of a smoke screen because truthful, all Windows, they're all based on the same code. They just make it look different. Thing you heard about Task Manager with making it available on the taskbar with the right click. I think that is coming. Okay, I gotta skip through this. I'm skipping through because I'm draining out. I'll read through the rest of that after we end the video. Screenshot was released at MS Ignite this week. Was it a joke or was it a actual Windows 12 speculation? I don't know. I'm quickly fading, ready to end this. From the Zoom participants, do you have any final comments? Anybody? If not, I'll ask you to unmute and say goodbye.
Not I said the later.
All right. Very good. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate. Oh, wait a minute. Don't go away. Jose, I haven't said hello to you since you came in.
Oh, hi and later.
Hey, it's been
See
real. We
ya.
gotta do it again, Jose. I did get everyone else, I believe, yes. All right, so here we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end the Zoom session. Adios.
See ya.
Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. And then people saying goodbye. Adios. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video so that I don't lose the chat because I am going to go catch up and read over what I didn't read through live. So do I have anything else to say? Windows Daily through this upcoming week I expect to have. I'm probably going to be hit and miss with the cybersecurity training thing. It's probably not going to be every day, but I do think that I'm always going to release those as premieres at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I think those will be that'll be a regular time for that series. All right, so that's it. Have a great day, everybody. I hope that was useful. Catch you later. Goodbye.